What's up, everybody? This is Rob Stallone from StalloneSports.com coming at you Saturday, February 25th, breaking down a few games for this massive Saturday card. Um, Things aren't going my way right now. This has been a terrible month for me. I will admit that. No hiding that. But you know what? I'm going to keep grinding. I'm very confident in my ability. I know I'm going to get back up to positive units before the end of the season, before the tournament's done, before the NIT is done. I'll get there. Just got to keep grinding. I'm not going to get too down on myself. I got to keep a positive attitude and keep going here. So I got six plays for today in this massive Saturday card. Some great games today, and I think there's some really good spots with some really odd lines in my mind. And I got six plays today. I'm going to break them down very quickly for you. I got the plays read up on the site as well. And here we go. First play, I got Purdue Boilermakers on the money line. This one's simple for me. It all comes down to matchups sometimes in college basketball, and this is a terrible matchup for Michigan. I see no scenario where Michigan is able to defend the bigs of Purdue here. There's no denying Michigan is playing their best ball of the season right now, but this is just a bad matchup for them. The market's going to react to the must-win on the bubble talk with Michigan, and rightfully so. But Purdue is just as hungry here in this game. They're trying to make a push to win the Big Ten regular season title. And in terms of efficiency, Purdue ranks first in offense and second in defense within the Big Ten. Meanwhile, Michigan has the first ranked offense, but the 12th ranked defense. And that's going to be their downfall in this game, in my opinion. They give up 51.7% from 2 point range on the defensive end. I mean, Biggie Swanigan and Caleb Haas should have a field day inside here against the Wolverines. They're going to dominate inside the paint. There's a lot of pressure on Michigan to win this game. They're fighting for their tournament lives here. I think they're on the outside looking in right now. I'm not too sure, but they need some wins here down the stretch, and I think that works in Purdue's favor here. Bottom line, bad matchup for Michigan. I do not know how they're going to stop Purdue in the paint. I thought this line was going to be maybe -2, -2.5 with Purdue, but we're going to pick them. I got -103 on the money line. That is great value. I'm on the Boilermakers here on the money line, -103. Anything on the money line, 120 or less, I think that's fine. You can lay that with Purdue. Second play, I got the Arkansas Razorbacks in the SEC money line as well. Got it -120, -125. Now, the reason I'm taking money lines here is when I have a spread -1, -1.5, -2. I usually, most circumstances, will just take the money line. Nothing worse than having a -1.5 ticket and the team winning by one and not cashing the ticket. So I got the money line here with Arkansas. I've been impressed with the Razorbacks. Their recent turnaround within the SEC. They had a little hiccup there against Missouri and Vandy, and then they came back 4 straight wins. And I think they're going to continue that success at Auburn here. Both teams like to get up and down the court, and I think this would be a track meet. But the difference here is Arkansas is the experienced team filled with upperclassmen, and Auburn is the young team, and their defense is horrendous. They lost 3 of their last 4 games, and it's mainly due to their defense. They can score on the offensive end. They cannot stop anybody. They're very talented, but very young. I just don't see them making enough stops to be able to win this game. Um, in what should be a tight game, lined as a tight game, I like the upperclassmen of Arkansas here to get the job done the highway. They're playing their best basketball of the season. And they have proven this year, unlike many years, that they can win on the road. They have some really good road wins within the SEC, and I just do not see Auburn being able to stop Arkansas. Arkansas should be able to make more stops on the defensive end, and this should be a shootout. But if you're giving me two teams in the shootout here, I like Arkansas. They can get this job done. I thought they'd be a couple of point favorite here as well. We're getting -120, -125 on the money line. I'll take it with the Razorbacks. Look at this team, the upperclassmen, up and down the lineup. They know they got to put the pedal to the metal here. They can still get in the tournament. I like them here to win this game. All they got to do is win the game. I think they can take care of Auburn here. So Arkansas, money line, second pick. Third pick, Colorado State Rams, money line. Do not tell anybody about this team. This is a freight train right now. It just keeps on rolling. I've been on them multiple times during this stretch. And they've won and covered 8 of their last 10 games, and they are 16-6 against the spread this season. I see no reason to step in front of them here against San Diego State, who's been less than impressive this season. They're not the team they have been Their offense, as per usual, has scuffled this season badly. I don't think they can keep up with Colorado State on the scoreboard here tonight. And not to mention, the Rams' confidence level is at an all-time high. This train just keeps on rolling. They're playing some great basketball right now. And in what is lined as a competitive game, if this game is tight late, Colorado State has the definite edge on the offensive end, as well as the free throw line. I thought this game was going to come out Colorado State -4, maybe 3.5, 4, due to the recent success of this team. They already beat San Diego State on the road this year. I'm getting money line -118. I think -125, 120, anything around that range is more than fair. I would even lay a couple points with Colorado State here. I am not ready to get in front of this freight train. I think this team has shown they're the best team in the Mountain West right now. They could make some damage. If they go on to win the conference tournament, this is a team nobody will want to play in the NCAA tournament. You can bet that. I like the Rams here from Colorado State. Money line, -118 at Pinnacle right now. Fourth game, we got Iowa State -1.5, hosting Baylor. This one means a lot to Iowa State. There's been some great quotes coming out of the Cyclones locker room from seniors like Monte Morris, letting it know that they really want this game. Baylor has won 5 straight in this series, including 2 in a row in Ames on the road in Iowa State. But I think this is a spot where Iowa State can get some revenge, and the seniors can get the last laugh here. Iowa State has won 4 straight games, and they've found an inside presence with this freshman, Solomon Young. You know, Steve Prohm's really given him some responsibility and given him some minutes, and he's produced. You know, he's really starting to come into form as an inside presence, and that's what you need against Baylor. You need something to combat Motley and those monsters inside. And you know, ever since Baylor lost that game to Kansas, and now that they know they can't win the Big 12 regular season title, which was a definite goal of theirs, I put them on fade watch, and I'm sticking with it here. You know what? Their defense is impressive, but their offense just is terrible sometimes. I don't even know what they're running. At times they look lost. The ball just gets so stale. There's no movement. And you know what? They're going to need to score against Iowa State today to keep up in this game. Iowa State's going to put up points on Baylor. I know their defense is good, but they're just in such a good rhythm right now. And now with this new inside presence, I think they can throw a few wrinkles at Baylor, which they're not used to seeing. And this is just a good spot for me. The quotes coming out of the Cyclones locker room are very positive. They really, really want this one. The seniors are upset with losing all these games to Baylor, and I think this is a spot where you can throw the power ratings out the window. Just look at the spot. This is a great situation for Iowa State, playing their best basketball of the season right now, rolling. I like the Cyclones here to get the job done. I got -1.5, -120. It stayed off the money line's a bit rich, -135, so I'll lay less than a bucket with them. I bought it down. I would say anything less than 2.5, 3. I wouldn't lay anything more than 3, but I like Iowa State to get the win. So however you want to play it, but I laid the 1.5 -120 with the Cyclones. Fifth game here, Miami Hurricanes +3.5. Here comes the Duke bias in the marking place. I thought this game would be pick'em. Maybe Miami -1. I think we're getting great value here. They're flying way under the radar, are the Hurricanes, and they've played great. The last 3 games without Newton, who was suspended, their point guard, they won all 3. And he's slated to be back in the lineup today in what is a revenge game for a game Miami totally threw away on the road at Duke, had a massive lead. I think Duke went on some crazy 31-4 run to end that game, and they choked it away. But you know what? Duke has a great offense, no doubt, but their defensive numbers aren't that impressive at all. Their defense can be had, and meanwhile, Miami's defense has been outstanding. Larinaga is just a mastermind. I mean, what he's been able to do with this team is tremendous. They're flying way under the radar right now. Their defense is stout. They are amazing. I really, really like the way this team plays. They get after you. It's going to take a near perfect game for Duke to win this game by margin on the road, in my opinion. These teams are fairly similar in my eyes. I'm getting 3 with Miami. I bought it up 3.5, laying -114. I think the cushion of having more than a possession in your pocket is huge here. You know what? Duke may be the more talented team, but I think Miami is a tougher team, and I think they're going to have success here with a big chip on their shoulder against after that annoying loss the first time to Duke. I had this game lined at Pick'em, like I said, +3, +3.5, great value. Any plus price with Miami I would lay, but if you can get a 3, 3.5, take it. I got Miami +3.5, -114. Last play, Texas Longhorns in the first half, +4.5, hosting Kansas. This is a spot play for me. It's been a disappointing season for Texas and Shaka Smart, no doubt. Very young team, but you know what? They've been very competitive in Big 12 games, and here's their chance to right the ship, at least a little bit here. Kansas wrapped up at least a share of the Big 12 title, and they've had a bunch of off the court issues as of late. Some arrests, some issues with the police, with Justin Jackson and a couple guys, or Josh Jackson and a couple guys. You know what? The motivational edge here is squarely in Texas' favor. They've played very good at the start of games this year, and their problem is they've been choking away games late due to they don't have a point guard. They're very young, and they've been very feisty. I do not see how Kansas brings focus into this game. They just locked up at least a share of the Big 12 title, all the off-court issues. Now they got to go face Texas, a bottom feeder in the conference. I don't see where the focus is from Texas. Kansas, I'm sorry. And I think Texas will be ready to go here. Chance to make a statement, chance to put a little icing on the cake on what has been a disappointing season. And like I said, they played great to start games. They just whittled down late. I'm getting +4.5 in the first half. I think this is a game where Texas could have a lead going into halftime. If you want to sprinkle a little bit of money line on the first half, I wouldn't talk you out of that. I think Texas is in a great spot here. Don't want to lay the full game because I've seen what they do late in games. But first half, +4.5, -110. I will take the Longhorns here, without a doubt. So I got 6 plays today. Run them down real quick. Purdue money line -103. Arkansas money line -121. Colorado State money line -118. Iowa State -1.5, -120. Miami Hurricanes +3.5, -114. Texas Longhorns first half +4.5, -110. Those are my 6 plays today. Hopefully we can get some winners today. I really like this card. I even had more plays on my short list, but I cut it down to 6. Let's have a winning day. Let's get back on track, and I'm really looking forward to conference tournaments coming up soon and getting into March Madness. Best of luck with your picks today, and I'll see you again soon.